Happy New Year, everyone. On this week's episode of The Fizz, the boys are back for the first time in a month. We have just had scheduling hell, a lot of life changes, the holidays, all that stuff. But hey, we are happy you are here. We appreciate you tuning in, listening to us. We're really going to work on being more consistent with this thing, but I love that you guys keep coming back. We really do appreciate it. We're going to talk about all our life updates. The boys hung out at the DAC last night. We smoked some cigars. We had some beers. We're going to talk about that. I had a kid, so I'm a dad now. We're going to talk about that. Then we go all in on the Lions, the Red Wings, the Pistons. We close talking about bowling, some over-under stuff. It's great. It's a good episode. You guys are going to enjoy it. A lot of laughs, and we're happy to be with you in 2026. But before we get into all of that, I want to tell you about our amazing sponsor, and that's Antonio's Cucina Italiana. Locations in Dearborn Heights, Farmington Hills, and Canton. Also a location in Livonia, and then their original location, Roman Village in Dearborn. Guys, this is my favorite Italian food in all of the world. Family-owned, family-made, made with love, made with care. There's not anything on this menu you could get that you're not going to like. Going to the restaurant, getting a carry out, whether it's date night, family night, just need a quick meal. You can do anything at Antonio's. Their steak and cheese calzone, I'm telling you, is the biggest sleeper on the menu. One of my favorite items. Bring that to the next party you have. Forget the pizza. Grab a steak and cheese calzone. It'll be the hit and the talk of the party. I'm a big fan of their gnocchi as well. And of course, you got to get a big bag of their garlic bread. Antonio's, the best Italian that I've had in my life. Go check it out. Family owned. You guys are going to love it. But now, let's get into the Fizz. Hello and welcome to episode 205 of the Fizz. Thank you all for joining us. I am here with the main men, Ice Cold Brew Lou, Chaney Football Boys. How are we doing?
Man, it's been a while. We almost did a full calendar year before we got back. Actually, by the time it's released, it will be a different year, but it's good to be back. We appreciate the patience. We're not setting expectations. We don't know what the schedule looks like. We don't know what the format looks like. What we do know is this: life's been busy. We're back together. We're entertaining you guys. And our new thing is this: we used to just do it during football season. Now we're just going to do it not during football season. It seems to work better that way.
Yeah, no doubt. I kind of forgot what you guys looked like. It's good to see your faces over there. Not yours as much, Chandler. You look like shit. But other than that, it's good to be back, boys. It's nice to be home. Like you said, I'm not going to make any expectations. We're not going to lay any roadmap. We're here today. We're worried about today. Today we showed up. We're on the pod. We're spitting some knowledge at you. We got some good catch-ups. And we're back. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, boys.
Let me butt in here real quick, too. I look like shit. You look like Jake Paul after the Anthony Joshua fight, buddy. You were at the Nino till like 3 last night, and I look like shit. You were smoking Newport soft packs, buddy.
Yeah, if anything, that means I'm cooler than you because that's what cool people do, all right? We didn't go home sucking our thumb at fucking 10:30 tucked in, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, if anybody looks like shit, it's definitely you, Lou. You admittedly just got out of bed, and it looks like a bus hit you.
We're breathing, taking the machine off. We're off life support, boys. We're back. Cup of Joe. Let's get it.
Last night, so everyone knows what we're talking about here, the boys did a little Christmas, New Year's get-together. One of our good buddies treated us to bourbon and steaks and cigars at the DAC. We were definitely shouldn't have been in that place. They let the inmates into the building, let the barn animals run wild, and we're all a little banged up today, And Pizzo's right; he's the coolest one. He stayed out the latest. Me and Chandler had thumbs to suck back at home, so we left a little earlier. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. We were just kind of counting the drinks, and I was like, I didn't think we drank too much. Then you kind of add them up, and you're like, oh yeah, I guess we had quite a few. And then, dude, just cigars. Like cigars just add another level of like garbage feel to the next day.
Oh, they definitely elevate the buzz.
They elevate the buzz, and like, to be honest, I'm not a big cigar guy. Like, I'll smoke a Black and Mild on the golf course, wood tip, plastic tip. I'm not the cigar cutter type guy. And our buddy who brought a cigar over to me, and he's like, here. And I'm kind of like, damn it. Like, all right, I'll do it. And I was like, just nursing it the whole time, like sucking it down, just trying to puff as much off and like the puff it half off, so
You're
I didn't have to
half
smoke
the
the whole thing.
stogies in your mouth.
Yeah, and
Dude,
like especially like we were saying, like
indoor stogies is a different beast too. 10
Indoor
guys huddled
stogies-
around an 8-person table.
Yeah, especially like thighs touching. Like boys were just packed in. Couldn't even
bow
see
to
the guy
bow.
next to you. Couldn't even see the guy next to you because there's so much smoke. Like smoke in my eyes, smoke everywhere. We were ashing in each other's drinks. Like whenever I smoke a cigar, I like at night, I wake up the next day and I feel like I got cigars coming out of my eyes. I feel like I ashed in my eyes the entire night.
Oh, I feel like a stogie right now.
Yes, that's all I can taste.
Let me ask you a question. Worst feeling in the morning, cigar or garlic dip from a Mediterranean restaurant?
Cigar
For sure. I think I'm just living in the moment right now too.
Yeah, I'm like feeling that. Like, the dip actually sounds like I could go for some dip
I could
right
go
now.
for a shawarma right now.
Yeah.
Sure you could, buddy. But yeah, that to me, it's worse the morning after. And then I went into my closet this morning. My sport coat's like, it's borderline like ruined. Now, it's like it smells like the cigar room in my closet. I don't want to bring my son around there. My wife's like called me like a pig when I got in last night and like had to wash my hands, brush my teeth 3 times. Like, it's just it's not worth it to me to do the cigar. It's really not. I'd rather have a cigarette.
Dude, yeah, I was surprised. I was like, I smelled like shit. I smelled like complete shit. I gotta like find my jacket. I might have hung it up outside because I just like woven into my jacket. How nasty it was. But all in all, great night. Boys hanging out, good food, good times. It was good to get together. Happy to be doing the pod today. Good timing for it after hanging out yesterday. I love that we opened the show just kind of like lecturing everybody that's listening. We're like, yeah, all right, we don't want to hear it. We're back, okay? Like, we're back. So, I don't know. Life is busy. I think we're averaging about a show a month right now. So, like, we recorded September 24th, then we did October 24th, got hot for a minute, did a Halloween episode. Then it was about another month, November 21st, and here we are, December 31st, recording for the new year.
Really rounding the
hopefully we can be
bases.
Yeah, we're doing what we can. This is the Fizz, baby. You're either in or you're out, or we're in or we're out. We don't even.
Well, you know how I look at it? It's like when you go to the bar and like there's like 50 people outside the bar, and then you get in and it's half capacity. They're like purposely making sure that it looks busy. That's all we're doing here.
Yeah,
we're just keeping you on the edge of your seat. We're just, waiting for the next one.
Yeah.
We got stuff in the bezel. We're just waiting to release it. I thought of stuff 15 minutes ago. We got a lot of content ready for you guys.
Yeah, a lot of prep went into this. That's what we huddled up about last night. We had to create that cigar content so we could talk about it. That was smart of us.
Yes. DAC people. I remember going to the bathroom and I'm like just looking at Ford Field. I shed a small tear, boys. I did shed a small tear. And I blame the Lions a lot for our lack of podcasts as well. We were in, a dark place and a lot of us were going through the same type of emotion. So it's a sad thing.
So we're
to
cowards.
See. We're correct.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Yes.
We're cowards.
Yes.
So I'm glad our listening
fruit.
audience
Correct.
knows we're bandwagon guys.
Yeah, we're just huge bandwagoners.
Yeah, that's funny. Well, I know we've been gone for a while. Let's catch up a little. There's good reason this time around for why we're gone. We'll start with the main man, the leader of the pod, the leader of Champagne. Frank, if you haven't heard, I'm sure you can tell everyone the big news.
Yeah, so I'm a dad. Had the boy, Archer Benjamin Cerise. Very excited about him. He's a month old. He was born November 23rd. At 4:25 p.m. And I wanted to be just like Chandler, so I named my kid, the exact same thing as his kid. So Channy's got his Archie, was born in January last year. I guess earlier this year, And, I got my Archie. So he's Archibald. Mine's Archer. But
I gotta catch
now
up, dude.
Yeah, Pizzo needs to now have a kid and name him Archie. But like another.
Archidon.
Yes, another variant.
Archon.
Another variant. Age of Archon.
I'm going to name him Archon.
So, dude, yeah, couldn't be happier. He's healthy. Mom's healthy. Everything went really well. And got to tell you, we're not going to get in the nitty gritty of like the birth story, but got to tell you this because it relates very much to the Lions. And I think it's a pretty good story. So, we're going for induction. We think we're going to be there for a few days. Like we're pretty early. No, we're going. We're in at like 7 a.m. Things are moving, blah, blah, blah. Get all the way down. Let's just go to it's like 3:45 in the afternoon. 3:45 in the afternoon. The Lions are playing the New York Giants. And if you guys obviously remember that crazy Giants game, Jameis Winston catching touchdown passes, just back and forth, just chaos. The Lions were down and out, ended up coming back. So Sarah my wife really starts pushing around like 3:50. And around that time is like right when the Lions game is going to overtime. So I'm behind her. I'm above board the whole time. I'm not dipping below sea level. I'm not looking past the equator. I'm like very clear on that. So I'm sitting next to her. And then my view is I'm behind her, like arm around her. And then the Lions game is like straightforward. It's like right on the TV. We got it muted at least for some respect, but the game's on. And there's I don't know if it's a slow day at the hospital, but there's 6 nurses in there, 2 doctors, everyone's in there. And it's kind of rowdy. It's kind of rowdy. We're pushing this kid out. So everything's going really well. Oh yeah, great, go. So Lions game goes to overtime and I'm popping jokes. I'm whoever scores for the Lions in overtime, that's what we're naming this kid. And so we're in overtime, first play, Jameer fucking to the crib, first play. So I'm that's it. We're naming this kid Jameer Cerise, coming at you. So overtime's going. Sarah's pushing. It's getting loud. It's getting rowdy. Final play of the game. Aiden Hutchinson sacks Winston to close it. And I'll never forget this moment. TV's on. Hutch gets the sack. It's Lions win. Doc yells, baby. Nurse goes 4:35. And then bang, you hear Archer start wailing and crying. So I'll just never forget that. It was Hutch got the sack. Baby came out. Time was red. He starts crying. It was a beautiful thing, and everyone's happy and healthy. And I'm crying. Baby's crying. Lions won. The season was still intact at that point. So it was just a very joyous moment in time. And I'll never, ever forget the Lions playing the Giants on November 23rd, 2025.
Yeah, that's pretty
cool.
sweet.
Great day.
That's awesome.
Great day.
Glad that
Great
all lined
story.
up for you. The vaunting two-win Giants. I'm glad we were able to take them down for you, Frank. That was awesome.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, if you think about it, though, my kid might be bad luck. Technically, the Lions won that game, and then he was born. So, he wasn't born for that win, even though it kind of feels like he was a good luck charm, but he wasn't. So now my kid has not seen a Lions victory. They haven't won. I don't think they've won since then. Have they won since beating the Giants?
Yeah, they beat
Dallas.
They won
Dallas.
the game after
Cowboys.
Green Bay. So
Oh, you're right. Dallas.
Yeah, I had a funny
saw-
story about that too. Is when we moved into the house, I decked my house out in Lions colors for the Christmas lights. I did all blue and white, and I'm this is the turning point, dude. We got to do something here. Had it decked out, smoked Dallas, absolutely fucking railroaded the rest of the season. Now I'm the loser with the fucking Lions house decked out on the street, so it's all good. But I thought that would turn the tides.
What changed? It's how it's been for the first 30 years of our life. If you wore a Lions gear, it was you were the black sheep of NFL fans. So it's I feel comfortable here, to be honest with you guys. I feel we're almost at home. The Lions have disappointed us. The last 2 years were not real. This is not what it's like to be a Lions fan. We are living what you're supposed to live as a Lions fan. So, you know what, Lou? I think you're comfortable where you should be. I think we're all comfortable where we should be. And it's when you go back home, you might move away for a while and you have a good time, but there's no place like home. There's no feeling like home. That's where we're at here at the end of this 25 season. There's no place like home. We've underachieved. We're going to finish under 500. Everyone wants the quarterback gone and the head coach fired. We're right at home, guys.
Yeah, this is a broken home. I hate this home. I hate it here. This sucks. This season has been like fucking infuriating. Like the absolute close of the season. I don't think I've ever been more mad at a GM in my entire life than I am at Brad Holmes. And that's saying a lot because this year I like wanted to kill Scott Harris. And I still want to kill Scott Harris. But Holmes' lack of do anything this season and like these coordinator hires, like what were we doing? Like this is our window to win the fucking Super Bowl and we're like being conservative. It's driving me fucking crazy.
It's truly mind-boggling. You know, last year during the 15-2 season, everyone was like, we need to get a DN, we need help. And they got Za'Darius, and it was almost like, well, ha, ha, ha. Like, we still finished 15-2 doing nothing. And I believe they thought they were going to run it back. I'm going to give him a little grace, though, because for the last 3 or 4 years, however long he's been the GM, this will be the 4th year now with Campbell as head coach, we've called him the best GM in Lions history. We've called Dan Campbell the best coach in Lions history, and this was their first hiccup. And I think they've earned the right to right this ship. Now, if we're in the same position next year where we're celebrating a win against the Giants in late November in overtime, and Lou puts up his lights and we lose 3 straight, well, then guess what? We have a different conversation at that point in time. But for right now, for me, it's all about the offseason. And this is what 1990 Chandler to 2020 Chandler, this is where he lived as a Lions fan. The offseason, the draft, we got hope moving forward here. This is where we're going to live this offseason. Biggest offseason in the last probably 10 years for the Lions, in my opinion, because there were no expectations the previous 10 years for the most part. So I'm going to give them a little grace. I'm going to see what they do. And I think there's going to be some tough decisions ahead that we're going to have to make in order to right the ship next year.
Yeah, and I think it starts with getting back to the draft, dude. I mean, outside of the Gibbs draft, the last couple have been absolute fucking burn. Like, there has been absolutely nothing to take from that stockpile. There's no, like you said, we made no moves. The people calling in on 97-1 in the middle of the season, all of us, every group chat you're in with all your buddies, we've all been saying the same fucking thing. That's the most frustrating thing about it. Like, we have no D linemen, we have no secondary, we have no help on the offensive line. And we got guys like Darius Slake becomes a free agent. Don't even take a chance at him. All these guys that even have some, Laken Tomlinson came a free agent. I mean, yeah, he probably sucks, but Jesus Christ, dude, compared to what we have, it's like, my God, at least do something. Bring somebody in, not from the Browns practice squad who suited up for fucking 2 games in 2023. It's just mind-blowing. And I'm with you, though, Chandler. Like, this is the highest we've ever come as Lions fans over the last 2 years from a fandom point. I'm not ready to throw out fucking Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell, but this year was a huge slap in the face. If you don't wake up from what happened this year and take accountability for, say, I fucked up. I want Brad Holmes to go on the fucking podium and be like, listen, I fucked up. I thought I was the smartest guy in the room. I was trying to do this, that, and the other thing. We're getting back to our fucking core. Enough with the no more grit. That's dead. I don't want to hear grit anymore. There was nothing gritty about the last fucking month of football I watched. So until something changes there, I don't want to hear that bullshit. Get back to the fucking basics, dude. Stop and reevaluate the whole strength and conditioning team too. But let's start there. Clean that fucking house out. Because holy fuck, I can't look at another year of full defensive rosters just on IR. We have to be doing something wrong in that stage. There has to be something we can do better there.
Yeah, no, I agree. So Chandler, like, you're gonna give Brad Holmes some grace, and that's, good for you. You're a better person than me. For me, it's just like, we were a field goal away from the Super Bowl 2 years ago. Then we go 15-2. Like, these windows are fleeting. They're short. They're small. And I think what's so infuriating about this offseason is, which almost never happens, is every caller from 97.1, every person who called in, everyone who had a thought about the Lions, anybody who watches this team knew the problems we were going to have coming into this season, and it all came to fruition. Every single bit of it. We were worried about the offensive line. We were worried about edge help. Both of those things became a major issue during the year. Like, I do not know why at the trade deadline absolutely nothing was done. I don't understand why he wasn't aware that Frank Ragnow was going to retire. I do not know why Zeitler was allowed to just walk back to Tennessee. And none of these issues were addressed. Like, to me, this season, we came in with Super Bowl aspirations as a team, but nothing was done to actually execute that. And when you see teams like the Philadelphia Eagles, like locking up their division after winning a Super Bowl, like 2 weeks before the season's even done, and making all these moves and signing these people and like just trying to do something to improve the team, it's very frustrating as Lions fans. And on top of it, like Holmes's attitude around all of this, like just blows. Like, it's just, he acts like we're so stupid for having these type of questions to him. Like, oh, and it's like he almost doesn't address the things that we want. Like edge help was kind of like the hot button this offseason. It's like he almost doesn't do it out of fucking spite for us. And I don't understand it. Now,
Yeah.
all that being said, he could fix a lot of this in the offseason. But I don't have any faith that he will, if I'm being honest. Like, I could easily see us just fucking letting some guys walk, re-signing too many of these guys he's already had, re-signing too many of his draft picks because he's in love with every pick he's made, and then just like hoping to have another good draft where he can fill people in, because that seems where Brad Holmes' bread and butter is.
Yeah,
that's what I'm worried
I feel
about.
like Illich should be the owner of this team because that's how they're running it. Draft, pay your guys inside somewhat handsomely, and then go from there. I will say this, though, as a glimmer of hope, and then I'm going to offer a couple things, and I want you guys to chime in as to if you think we should do it, not will do it. But I'm going to offer a glimmer of hope, and it's the Philadelphia Eagles, who you brought up. They lost their two coordinators after making the Super Bowl the first time around against the Chiefs. They lost both Jonathan Gannon and Shane Steichen to head coaching positions, much like the Lions did. And what did they do? They collapsed the second half of that following season. They went into Tampa Bay for that first playoff game and got their wheels blown off. Now, we didn't even get to the playoffs this year, but a very disappointing second half of the season with 0 playoff wins following a Super Bowl appearance. What did they do the next year? They hired a veteran D coordinator in Vic Fangio. They got a new O coordinator in Kellen Moore, and they not only made the Super Bowl, but they won the Super Bowl last year. So there is a blueprint in recent history for having a bad year when losing coordinators and then bouncing back the following year. With that, we talked about this last night over dinner. I have 3 suggestions. And Frank, we talked about, will they do it or should they do it? For this question, I'm going to propose, should they do it, guys? And I'm going to bring up 3 things that I believe they should do, not that they will do this offseason. So I want to hear from each of you as to whether you think Brad Holmes and or Lions management should do this offseason. Number 1, I believe they should trade and or release 1 to 2 of their top 6 offensive skilled players. Should they do that, Frank?
I'm going to say no. I don't think they should do that unless like there's some like crazy budget thing that I'm not seeing. Like, I know you were pointing very heavily to JMO last night. I still love JMO as a receiver. I just feel like he's completely underutilized. And a lot of that is because we had John Morton as our fucking offensive coordinator, and then Campbell had to take it over mid-season. The other person on that list would probably be David Montgomery. I feel like we were a completely different team when he's involved in the run game. Like, he's a very effective running back. He's very good. And like, we've seen what he can do when he's involved, but he just hasn't been involved this year. He hasn't been involved. Stop jamming Gibbs up the middle on 3rd and short and, like, give that to Monty. So for me, that question is not like it's not like an unfair question to say, should we release those guys? To me, this is fixed with the right offensive coordinator.
Okay. Lou?
Yeah, no, and the thing that you mentioned too, Frank, that's frustrating is we completely got away from the Sonic and Knuckles. Like, we completely abandoned. Everybody was so gung-ho about that. We were making stickers. They were making T-shirts. We were fucking marching down the field, the best two backs in football, and we just completely abandoned it. Now, I think looking outside in, I think Montgomery is going to be gone this year. I just think that he kind of checked out towards the end of the season, which rightfully so. And then I also believe that, the Lions are kind of just, they don't have a role for him. They use Gibbs too much where he's just not being utilized properly. So from that standpoint, I do see Montgomery, getting out of here at this season.
Yep. And I guess elaborating on why I believe we should do it is, the caveat to this offseason is we're going to have to make tough decisions. If you want to really overhaul this thing, you have to let people who have impacted this run go, get traded. You're going to have to make tough decisions to get better in other areas where we were, weak this year. So my thought was this around this is, J-Mo had his best year ever this year. I love J-Mo. I think he's great. I think he's a top 15 to 20 receiver in the league. And if you don't have an O-line and you don't have money for an O-line, how are you going to get them the ball consistently with a quarterback who's not mobile? Yeah. You've got Amon-Ra getting $30 million a year. You've got J-Mo getting $28 million a year. That's $60 million a year for two guys. And then we spent 3 third-round picks on a pretty effective receiver this year who I think could step up and replace it. So it's not that I don't like J-Mo. It's not that I don't think he's a good receiver, but I believe you've got $28 million that you can clear up and not get just one lineman, but 2 linemen for $28 million at that point in time and only see a slight decrease in the production on the outside. To me, you could never trade Amon-Ra. He's the heartbeat of this locker room. He's the grit. He's the tough guy. He's the guy who goes and plays injured. Yeah, he had some drop problems this year. I have no problem, or I'm not questioning at all that he's going to come back stronger next year and have a much better year. But when you can free up $28 million with J-Mo, when you see Decker potentially retiring this year, and then you see a guy like Monty who just wasn't utilized, even though I think he's great, it's apparent they don't want to utilize him. They want 80-20 Gibbs to Monty. And if that's how you're going to be, why are you going to pay a guy $7 million a year if you're not going to use them? So I look at it this way when you break down the numbers. $28 million from J-Mo, $7 million from David Montgomery. You're looking at $35 million. That's 2 O-linemen and a backup running back for that price in today's market. I think that better suits us than having those 2 guys with how we use them in our offense and our struggles in our offense. So that's my number 1 point. My number 2 point. John Morton, Tim Horton is gone, but we know that we're not only going to get 1 new coordinator, we need 2 new coordinators. And I understand we had our issues and our injuries in the secondary, but when Jaylen Warren puts up damn near 200 yards on you, Calvin Shepard, it's a scheme problem. It's not a player problem at this time. So I said it about the Eagles. You go out and you get a veteran defensive coordinator in addition to hiring a new O coordinator. Well, who do you hire? Brian Flores had a press conference yesterday and in so many words said, I'm probably hitting free agency. My time here in Minnesota is done. You go get Brian Flores, a proven defensive coordinator who's been in the league for over a decade, and you bring him in to fix your problems with the talent that we have on that side between Jack Campbell, Aleem McNeil, Aiden Hutchinson, Terrion Arnold, Kirby Joseph hopefully is back next year. You've got guys who can play on that side of the ball. You need to get not just 1, but 2 new coordinators next year, including a veteran D coordinator. Lou, what do you think about that move this offseason?
I like Brian Flores. Don't get me wrong. He is proven. He's a great defensive coordinator. I don't fully blame Shep for a lot that happened this year, especially with the injury report. I felt like our D-line really let us down this year, to be honest with you. I thought that was the biggest problem. Aleem McNeil was a fucking nobody. DJ Reader, he was invisible. Our best fucking D-lineman was Roy Lopez. And then Muhammad had 1 or 2 good games like he does every year out of the whole season. And I mean, a free agent fucking Lopez is our best defensive lineman, and we're spending all this money on these interior guys. It's just unacceptable. Maybe that is coaching, but it's like, you gotta be better. Tyleek, I thought he did nothing notable. I can't remember a game where I was like, yeah, he had a fucking great game. He really stuffed it up the middle. No. And then Hutch, my biggest beef with Hutch on the D line too is, why does he line up so fucking far outside every play? Does somebody not in the booth hey, Hutch, maybe move down the line and don't line up over the slot receiver? You're not getting to the quarterback faster. That's the thing that bothers me most about Hutch. But back to your point, Chandler, I would go get Brian Flores. There's not going to be an opportunity to get a coach like that. Again, those opportunities don't come up that much. Calvin Shepard's not going anywhere. Put him in as a assistant DC. I still think he's a great coach. I definitely want to keep him in the program, but we do have to make some moves when the opportunity presents itself, because it doesn't come around all the time.
Yeah, as much as I'm mad at Brad Holmes for all the roster shit, I'm almost equally as mad at Dan Campbell for, I don't know why this coordinator replacement system was completely mailed in. You had Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson, who were 2 of the most sought after coaches this past offseason. Ben Johnson, without a doubt, number 1, probably the most sought after coach in all of football. And he is proven now with the Bears how valuable and how good of a coach he is. And to know that they had that, we had that, what he's done with the Bears, what he did with our offense, with Goff, with everything, to have mailed that decision in to a guy like John Morton, who couldn't even get past week 5 without Dan Campbell pulling the clipboard out of his hands, it just really makes you question, why was this mailed in? Was it cockiness? Was it laziness? Why didn't we go find someone to attack this season? And that's kind of my theme of everything going into this, from upper management, of were we just so cocky that if we kept the same mentality and grit and whatever the fuck, that the magic was just going to continue into this year? I don't understand how fucking John Morton happens in this scenario. Calvin Shepard, sure, you gave him a shot. He seems like a big rah-rah guy, players coach type deal. You gave him a shot. I don't think it works. And I'm not honestly trying to find out if he's actually good next year. We need someone who is proven, who has a track record, who we know is going to come in and be an instant improvement. I'm kind of done with experiments at this point in time. Can we just get people in who know what the fuck they're doing and are going to take charge? And that's full circle. What I want to see out of Brad Holmes is make a move, make Flores the highest paid defensive coordinator in the NFL. Can we just go win the fucking Super Bowl? We could win 1 Super Bowl and they're going to build a statue of all of you the size of the fucking Rensen, and nothing matters after that. Nothing fucking matters. Win 1 Super Bowl. We don't need 5. We need 1. We all need 1 before we fucking die, and you'll be the king of the state. Stop building this fucking team to win the division 5 years in a row. I don't care. I want 1 fucking Super Bowl, and then we can go back to fucking 0-16 and we can suck. I want 1 Super Bowl.
I agree. And to your guys' points of, first you, Frank, the experienced guy that you said, and Lou, you said the same thing. Look at some of the top teams this year. Niners, Robert Saleh, former coach. Eagles, Vic Fangio, former coach. Broncos, Vance Joseph, former coach. Dennis Allen for the Bears, former coach. All these good defenses are former head coaches. Let's just not try our own blueprint. Let's follow the blueprint of that. And then just a quick question before I get to point 3. What do you think John Morton's doing right now? He's still on the staff.
What's he been doing? What's he been doing since week 6? What does he do in the booth? Is he just chilling up there eating fucking pretzels and shit? Hey, good play call. That play call, DC, good call.
He's got like the placemat you get at restaurants where you color with the crayons.
Playing
It's an
fucking
Applebee's one. It's got to be an Applebee's one from
seriously though. Like, what the fuck has he been doing? Is he like? It's crazy.
How embarrassing! Like how like. Yeah, okay, you're gonna take over, Dan. All right, cool. You know, like what? And it's so.
John, what do you see up there? I got fucking cheese all over my hand right now, Dan.
Dude, and it's so obvious to see like Dan cannot do the play calling along with the like game management of what Dan Campbell is. Like Dan Campbell's like a motivator, a culture builder, an attitude guy. Like
that's what a head coach is supposed to be. You're not the X's and O's guy. You get those guys and put them into place.
Yeah. And like even that, like, you know, I just like it's so apparent. And I just feel in general, like, did this season sneak up on you guys? Like did you not know? Like, I feel like we were so unprepared for what was coming this year. And it feels like every game has no real game plan. It's just like, you know, fucking wrap up and get in there and, you know, do your fucking best. Like it's just such a weird fucking season, man. We had like a linebacker returning kicks to start the year. Can we talk about that? We had like a guy who looked like Tarzan returning kicks. Fuck, what the fuck are we doing? Just a weird fucking year, man. Bates was like kicking kicks just over the center's head, but like launching bullets. Like I don't fucking get it, man. It was a really strange fucking season for the Lions.
0.3 off season, last one. And then I'll give you a bonus one after I hear from you guys. Draft only linemen, either offensive or defensive, and players in the secondary because we get injured there every year. You do not draft anyone outside of those three areas. Frank.
Offensive line only. I would not be upset if we drafted fucking 7 offensive linemen. Like, I don't even care about the secondary as much. Like, I cannot watch us not having a premier offensive line. And that has been the lifeblood of the rebuild. That's what Jared Goff, if you're going to sign up for him, everyone said it. If you're going to sign up for Jared Goff, it's got to be a perfect situation, blah, blah, blah. But he can't move. He's a statue back there. And he needs a clean pocket. And he's very good with that. And the offensive line is how this whole thing fucking started. Penei Sewell, Frank Ragnow, got to get back to that. If I was ever rebuilding a team or building a team or was the GM of a team, I would just build the offensive line first. Like, no matter what, because everything can be done with a clean pocket and a good run game. So I don't even care about the secondary. I just want a clean offensive line. I want all resources put towards it.
No, I think that's a no-brainer. Trench, I'm full trench warfare. Like, if it's not an edge, an interior D lineman, or a tackle or a guard or a center at this point, I don't want them. You know, like, we went from the top of the mountain, one of the sickest offensive linemen running the ball 200 yards a game, to the fucking pits, to the absolute pits. I mean, we couldn't even watching that Christmas Day game was
Jesus Christ.
The most infuriating same old Lions game I've seen in the last 3 years. It was fucking disgusting. And to have to be around family and contain myself was even worse. And that was just like the worst fucking game I've ever watched. And it started at the O-line and the D-line. And if we don't build out from that, I mean, like you said, Jared Goff is not a mobile quarterback, which is fucking obvious. If he doesn't have time, if he doesn't have a pocket, he's worthless. Absolutely worthless.
You need to build around him. My bonus off-season move, guys, has nothing to do with personnel or on-the-field decisions. We are ending a chapter. We went from SOL to 1 week of the ski mask to we are now closing the chapter on grit. Get rid of it. Get off the T-shirts. Get it off the play sheets. Grit's dead. Let's turn the chapter. Let's get a new identity. The grit era lasted 3 years. We got to an NFC championship. We're now in a different era. Get rid of grit. Come up with something new. This is a 2.0 version of the Lions. We are no longer the Grit Lions. So Channing Holmes' plan to revamp the Lions this offseason are those 3 things. Get rid of 2 skill players. Get 2 new coordinators. Just do the trenches in secondary. Grit is dead.
I have an idea of what the new theme should be. And
Let's hear it.
I think it should just be shut the fuck up. Like I just think it should. I think it should be shut. I think it should be shut the fuck up.
No more isms. No more isms.
Yeah, I'm done with the grit. I'm done with the hoodies. I'm done with the villains. I'm done with HWS, whatever the fuck. I'm done with kneecaps. I'm done with fucking in-season podcasts. Done with those. If you're a member of the team, I'm full on shut the fuck up. Like I just want you to win games and do your job and make moves that are going to help this team win that one damn Super Bowl that we all just want. That's what I want. I'm so done with cryptic tweets after games. I'm done with players fighting with fans on Twitter. I'm done with like weird Instagram stories that we don't know what they mean or what it's supposed to interpret or who it's directed at. Like, we are nobody. We've done nothing. We've done absolutely nothing. We've never even made a Super Bowl. Like, no one has any pedestal to stand. Great. We pulled ourselves out of the gutter and had 2 good seasons. We've accomplished nothing. Nothing. And that's what they need to realize. They need to be brought back down to earth, realize that we are nothing. You need to shut the fuck up and just go win football games and do your job. That's my theme.
That's coming from the owner of a creative agency. The slogan next year is shut the fuck up.
That's a free one. That's a free one. I won't even charge you for that. That's how we run the agency. There you go. That's a free one from me. Shut the fuck up.
In closing this out, and Frank, I kind of like this because you sounded like me after the week 2 loss against the Seahawks last year when I was leaving the stadium, and I'm like, I fucking hate this team. All they do is bring me pain. I'm glad that like someone else is doing it now, not just me. So it actually kind of brings me joy, to be honest. But long and short, some silver lining to cap this conversation. We may have an easy schedule next year. We have the potential of being the cellar dwellers in the NFC North this year. And when you look across the board, that means the Giants, that means the Cardinals, and that means the Saints are on our schedule next year amongst another bad team from the AFC. So if we can right the ship on the sideline, in the front office, the cards could stack up on the field with the schedule makers to have a much easier path next year to get back to double-digit wins.
The only caveat I just put with that, and I'm not trying to be negative about everything, I promise. Just like, you know.
No, I like it. Keep going.
The Bears got the last place schedule, right? And they just had to play San Fran, who's one of the best teams in the NFL. So it's never a guarantee what these schedules look like. Like, the Saints could be solid next year. You never know. You think the Cardinals are going to suck again. The Giants always suck. Like, I hope you're right. I hope that schedule does like look what it looks like right now. But obviously things change and people get better and worse every year. So also, last note, Pizzo mentioned like our training staff. I don't know. For me, maybe, I don't think it's a coincidence that we put on pads in like fucking March and start hitting each other for 6 months leading into the season and constantly get fines and violations from the NFL because we're hitting too early. And then we're consistently the most injured team come week 10. I don't know. Is that a coincidence? I don't think so. I think that's probably a direct relation to overworking the players maybe.
Grit!
Yeah. There you go.
Just shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. I mean,
Frank, just shut the fuck up, dude.
It's on the banner in the blue sea on the outside of Ford Field. It's nobody, no faces.
It takes more.
Yeah.
Right underneath that, shut the fuck up.
How I feel, man. I'm so pissed at this team. I'm so mad at them. I didn't even like it. All just came out there. It's
because we care.
So upset. Yeah, it is. It is because we care. Yeah, just wear a fucking normal hoodie, man. You don't have to make a statement this year. You've had 2 shit drafts in a row. I'm looking at him. The fuck?
He's actually a villain this year.
Who's Dan Jackson? Who the fuck is Dan Jackson? All right. Well, good. We got that out. Disappointing, to say the least, that the Lions aren't involved, especially since it's just wide open. It just is wide open. This is going to be one of the most, I think, exciting NFL playoffs that we've had in a long time. It feels like kind of over the last 4 years, it's been this kind of like Chiefs and then like Eagles and Chiefs and whoever is coming out, the other side. I feel like one of the more exciting ones we had recently was that Rams-Bengals one, and that one kind of sucked in its own right because we just kind of had to watch Stafford from the cuck chair for that one. But this one just honestly feels wide open. I would say like NFL playoff, like there's only like 2 teams, maybe 3 that I think could not win the Super Bowl, like completely cannot win it. But other than that, like I think every team is going to have like a fair shot at this. I mean, and it's exciting. It's also terrifying knowing that the Bears are in that mix. Like if they go to the Super Bowl, like I'll off myself. I'll off.
They can't win it. They can't win it. They're not going to win it.
Yeah.
Hey,
we'll shut
you
down
guys
the
think
pod.
my Panthers can win it?
What's that?
No.
You
Anyone
think
out of the
my Panthers can win
AFC
it?
South are
No.
dead. Or NFC South. That division is fucking muck, dude.
Frank, I would love for you to just clip it, maybe put it on Champagne this week. I actually listened to it while we were off here about my Panthers prediction. I think I said Rutro Renfro 8 times during it.
Yeah.
And to your credit, Frank, you didn't hate the pick. You hated that I said Rutro Renfro 8 times.
Yeah.
So thank you for believing in me. I've gotten the Commanders and now hopefully the Panthers back-to-back years for our Fizz Army on adjusted win totals.
Yeah, no, I mean you've been good on your sleeper picks of the year. And thinking back, I was pretty much all chalk. I was wrong about almost everything. I don't think I got the only thing I was kind of right on was Houston. You guys were very down on Houston, and
they turned it around.
Said they'd win that division, and obviously it started off very rocky, but they're like, I mean, they could go to the Super Bowl.
I was just going to say, is it weird for me to think, I was talking to a buddy last night, I'm going to take them to win the AFC.
Yeah.
I think they're the best team in the AFC right now. They got the best defense. CJ Stroud's playing above average quarterback. And who scares you? Your top 2 seeds in the AFC are the Broncos and the Patriots. Do either of those teams really scare you? I don't think so.
Someone's got to win these games, though. I mean, and like these matchups are just like, I mean, Bills New England, that rocks. That's an awesome matchup. Rams Philly, great matchup. I mean, you even got Bears Green Bay, which is going to be a good one, dude. And then like, how about the Jags? Like, I would be just fine with the Jags.
Duval,
Dude, I'd be fine with the Jags winning the Super Bowl. I'm not a big T-Law guy, but like, I'd be totally like okay with
Being
the
a
Jags
carny.
winning. Yeah. Teams I don't want to win it, like absolutely do not. Obviously, Bears, Packers, and then Rams. After that, like I honestly don't think I give a shit.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Can we get some positivity on this podcast? We have 2 first-place teams. Frank.
Yes.
Pivot.
I'm glad you asked. Chandler, I want to start with a question for you.
Yes.
On a scale of 1 to 10, hot seat level for Iserman right now.
Right now, I'm going to say a 4.
Yeah.
I think it's still hot. If you ask me on March 31st and they're still in first, I'm going to say a 2. But Frank, you and I both know we just went through it with the Lions. We just said we were SOL. We got so cocky. Oh, we're going to win a Super Bowl. And then we brought back down to earth. What have the Wings been? The Wings have been good the first half of the year, bad the second half of the year. I do believe they're a different team. I'm rooting for them. I think they have a lot better young players. You mentioned it like 2 months ago at our last podcast, how the young players were finally going to be coming up. The Edvinson goal the other night was great. Sider with the game winner recently was great. So I'm positive, and I think he's only at a 4 right now. But if he misses the playoffs this year, he's done. He's done at this point. So they better make the playoffs. And I think if they do make the playoffs, they're in one of the best positions you can be in, a young team with no expectations, and you just play free at that point in time. Where you see some of these veteran teams, like the Lions, where you build, you get more pressure. It builds, it mounts. The Red Wings have that opportunity this year to, if they stay on the course they're at and continue to play the way that they've played through the month of March and into April, what do they have to lose? It's their first time in the playoffs in damn near a decade. Play free. Who cares? If you get bounced in the first round, that was your expectation this year. So to answer your question directly, for me, it's just below average. He's on a 4 out of 10 on the hot seat. job's not done yet, in the famous words of Kobe Bryant.
Detroit Red Wings this season. This is the highest they've been in the standings in the Atlantic this late in the year. So this is the best they have done in the Yzerman era. Now, what we said with the Lions, which is like, I don't give a shit if they build one Super Bowl team and then it goes back to hell. Yzerman has said for a while, like, this is going to be a team that competes year in, year out. And hockey's a different beast. You sign guys to 8-year contracts. Injuries aren't as crazy. It's not an elevator league like it is in the NFL. And we're starting to see that come to fruition. So the biggest differences right now, as we are recording on December 31st, the biggest difference is number one, the young guys are really coming to fruition. So there's guys that have absolutely surprised this year. The biggest one, probably Emmett Finney. Finney's came out of nowhere, 7th round pick. He's been playing awesome. Then you have Edvinson, who's taken just an absolute monster step forward. He is becoming a premier defenseman in the NHL. Even higher than that, Moritz Seider is like a top 3 defenseman in the NFL, in the NHL. he is like Norris Trophy.
He's in the discussion, yeah.
Stuff. Yes, he is fucking a rock star. So all of these guys have taken a step up. Then you have Axel Sendin-Pellikka, and he has played very solid, not perfect, but he's so young, playing strong. And then Danielson as well. So, like, the young guys have made a step up. The other thing, too, Yzerman actually made some good free agent pro signings that are actually contributing this year. Number 1 on that list, James Van Riemsdyk. Everyone was like,
oh, my God, yeah, by far.
Everyone was like, why are we doing this? This guy's 37 years old. This guy has got a nose for the puck and makes smart plays and plays his ass off. He has been an awesome addition this year. Number 2, Mason Appleton. Like, not a doorbuster, not playing great, but like absolutely a contributing member of this team, more so than I ever thought he would be. Another good signing there. And then the last note I had is just like the big dogs are big dogging. Like Larkin's having a fantastic year. Alex DeBrincat fucking rocks. I cannot believe how good he has become and like how much of a sniper he is. Lucas Raymond still contributing, playing well. Probably need a little more out of Marco Casper and a few other guys, but overall, like, things have worked out. And the one signing I forgot to mention, the biggest one, started off awful, was John Gibson, Yzerman's biggest offseason signing to get this goalie. Cam Talbot carried us through Gibson's cold streak, and now Gibby is hot, and he's playing well, and he's playing with confidence. Thank God. So now the boys really just have to keep going, because the Atlantic is an absolute log jam from top to bottom. And I'm not going to sit here and like do the cocky Yzer plan thing yet. We got to make the playoffs first. And like you guys said, nothing matters till March. So while I am excited, it is fun to watch them. It's great to see all this. Nothing matters until the fucking clock strikes March. And
I wish you were in the office.
That.
Then you could have done your pan over to the Yzerman poster. Yeah, exactly. That would have really brought us back to the Fizz.
It would have. I do love that poster. But yeah, Wings are in first, 40 games played, 49 points. But it's, I mean, like, dude, you go down. I mean, the Ottawa Senators in last place in the Atlantic have 41 points. Like, yeah. It's a complete log jam.
And we've played the most games, or at least a couple of nights ago, we had the most games played in the East, correct?
Yeah, tied, but yeah, 40.
Yeah.
Most teams are at 39 or 38.
So we're halfway home. 82 games, we're at game 40.
Yeah.
Keep chipping away.
7-3 in the last 10.
There you go. That's all you can ask for.
Don't put a priority patch on the pants or nothing like that. Don't ruin it, No more patches. Yeah. Mid-season patch.
Well, they still have the patch. I edit it out of every photo I post.
Out of spite for priority.
Yeah, for good measure.
More of a
Could
GFL
you get a just
guy.
shut the fuck up patch on there?
Dude, hey, Lions Brass, if you're listening to this, if you need a marketing guy, you can have that one for free. I'll even design the
logo. Oh, man, that's all the notes on the Wings. I'm going to go to our other first-place team in our division, the Detroit Pistons. Not only are they first in the division, They're first in the Eastern Conference and have held that position for a majority of the year. Pistons beat the Lakers last night after a tough game against the Clippers earlier this week. They're in their thick of a West Coast trip, one of the first ones of the year here. But Detroit Pistons still stay atop of the East at 25-8 through nearly half of the season. 25 wins, I think that's like more than we had in 3 out of the last 5 years, to be honest with you. This team's great. Cade Cunningham, top 3 MVP candidate right now behind Nikola Jokic and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. We're getting all of our guys back, including Jaden Ivey, who saw a season high in minutes just 2 games ago. Marcus Sasser with 19 points last night.
What a game.
And a big game for the Pistons.
He ripped
the
it last
Pistons
night. They're fun to watch, dude. They're awesome to watch.
They're on a roll. They're playing good. They're young. They're energetic. But above all, they give a shit. They're diving on the ground. They're playing defense. They don't care who scores. They don't care who plays minutes from a night-to-night basis. All they care about is winning games, and they're led by Cade Cunningham right now with his sidekick, Jalen Duren, down low. I'm going to say this is our closest team to a championship as we speak today.
Yeah.
The Red Wings could become that by the end of this season, but as of today, the Detroit Pistons are the closest of our 4 Detroit teams to a championship. And I think the only problem I can see right now, and this is a great problem to have, is who is J.B. Bickerstaff going to play? You're 11 or 12 guys deep right now. Dennis Jenkins has been awesome for us this year. He got 4 minutes last night because Marcus Sasser's back in the rotation. Jaden Ivey's getting more minutes. Does that get Duncan Robinson out of rotation? The toughest part and the biggest problem for us right now is how do you cut this rotation down to like 8, 9, 10 players when you have 12, 13 players playing good all year?
25-8. What a start.
That's wild. JB, dude, this kind of feels like the Lions a couple years ago, Remember when DC, the whole team was playing grab ass, everyone loving the coach. I don't know, but kind of feels a little something like that.
Is Cade Cunningham a legit MVP candidate?
Yes, 100%. He's a legit MVP candidate. The thing is this, it sucks. Nikola Jokic is like, stats-wise, maybe the best player of all time. And I'm not even kidding. He averages a triple-double. It's like, how can you not be the MVP? It'd be voter fatigue for him to not win MVP because he's just so damn good. Not only does he put up the stats, his efficiency ratings, how well he shoots, hits free throws, his field goal percentage from down low. It's not like he's launching 40 shots a night and doing it inefficiently. He's above 50% from the field. I think he's shooting damn near 40% from 3, 80% from the free throw line. And did I mention he's 7 foot and one of the top 5 guys in the league in assists? It's insane. We've never seen it before, and it's tough because Cade's got to go up against that. But you look at Cade's numbers, 26, basically 10-6 this year. That is an insane stat line, and he's not just top 10 now. He's in that top 5 conversation in the league of who you would build your team around in today's NBA.
Fuck yeah. I took them to win the NBA championship and to win the East like a few weeks ago. So we got that future locked in. Is that a realistic path? Who's going to be the issues in the East? What's the East? What's our expectation right now? Like we were talking about Wings, like even though they're in first place, it feels like a first round exit would kind of still be okay. I'd love for them to win a round, but like after that, that's where my expectations land. Like what's the Pistons feel more bona fide than the Red Wings, what's the realistic expectation for the Pistons?
And Frank, I love that you brought it up before I get to that. A couple weeks ago, took them for a championship in Eastern Conference Finals as well. So we're great minds think alike. Even though we weren't on the pod, we're in unison still.
Yeah, just degenerates, yeah.
To me, the dragon you got to slay is the team who knocked us out last year, who's currently number 2 in the East. That's the New York Knicks. That's the team that beat us and you don't get to say you're better than a team, in my opinion, until you beat them or they're eliminated. So that's the team that's in front of us in our way right now. And to be honest with you, I think the floor or the expectation right now is the Eastern Conference Finals. I think if you make it to the East and you lose, okay, you had a good year, you're disappointed, but you didn't underachieve. You can't be the 1 seed and not just win your first or second round. You cannot do that as a 1 seed in the NBA. To me, as a 1 seed and how they're playing and the emergence of their young players, you've got to get to be a Final Four team this year in order to achieve what their expectation is. And I think a stretch at this point in time is not even to make the finals. It's to win the fucking championship this year. That's the stretch goal now. It's not get to the finals. It's actually win and play either probably the Spurs or OKC, or maybe an outside chance you play like a Timberwolves or something on the other side of the bracket.
I love it. I love it, dude. We're back. Detroit sports are back. We had to sacrifice the Lions to get the Pistons and the Wings back, though.
Got 2 for 1.
We did.
Well, 2 for 1. Well, boys, what else we got?
Nothing. That's it. I'm glad we're back.
Yeah.
Me too. Pizzo needs a shower. I can smell him.
Oh, my God, yeah. That's the next stop after this.
Yeah.
Pizzo needs to blow his nose. Guy's breathing like he's fucking in a marathon right now.
You know, I was going to say
the lungs
something
took a beating
like,
last night.
I almost texted him. So I want, if, anybody's just listening to this, obviously not like watching it on YouTube, like Pizzo is wearing a full blown like gamer Halo headset for this recording. And the mic is like touching his lips and nose during this whole time. And I almost texted him and said like, hey, you're breathing like a fucking Neanderthal. But I was like, you know what, dude? This is the Fizz experience. Like, Chandler's screaming about fucking the Pistons, and Pizzo's fighting for his life, breathing like a caveman. I was like, this is the Fizz. We're back. We do it once a month, and
we're here.
We're lazy. Yeah, we're here. We're here. Any last thing here, unless someone's got an over-under, but I want to ask, any New Year's resolutions? I believe we've all said in the past they're very overrated, but any New Year's resolutions that you guys got for us this year?
I was just going to say they're overrated, so I just start it, and I've started it since Christmas. Like, I'm not eating dessert. I'm not eating fast food right now until my son's birthday, which you guys are both attending. We will be having McDonald's at that. So I will be eating McDonald's there, but I've been about a week at it, and I am going to be eating much cleaner going into the new year. It's not like I need to lose weight or anything. It's just like I'm tired of the last month has been just an absolute fight for my life. I'm like,
this is the void
24/7. I need a reset. So I've already started it, eating a little bit cleaner going into the year. And another thing I've added since the start of the month, I stretch now a couple of times a week. Purposeful 10-minute stretching in the morning. Had a little bit of lower back pain, just nagging. It's not like I can't do things. It's just you turn one way, it nags a little. So I've been stretching and I've been eating cleaner going into the new year. I didn't wait for the new year to start it.
Why wait?
No, note that. Didn't fucking, you thought I waited around? No, I did it right away. Okay?
Yeah.
That's right. What about you, Lou?
Yeah, what do you got, Lou?
Fuck that shit, dude. I'm happy with what I'm doing. I'm going to keep doing the same fucking shit, dude. Everything's going well. I'm not doing none of that new year, new me, suck my ass, suck his ass. No, dude. I'm going to keep smoking. I'm going to keep drinking. We're going to keep hanging out. The boys are going to keep elevating this podcast to the moon. And we're going to ride out the 2026 year, the same fucking thing we did in 2025, baby. Run it back.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. I love that. Yeah, my goal is for you guys, the listeners. Like, we're going to get back on track with this thing, and we're going to create more content this year, and we're going to keep growing, and champagne's going to happen, and we're not going to shut the fuck up. I hope the Lions do, but we're not going to do that. And yeah, I like it. I love all of it. I love the energy you're both bringing. Chandler's trying to eat cleaner. Pizzo thinks that's fucking stupid. Yeah.
Pizzo's ass sucking.
Yeah. No, he's not. He's not sucking. I don't know if you're fucking listening, but he's not sucking. Well, boys, fucking happy new year. I'm excited for it. 2026 is going to be a big year all around. You know, a lot of exciting things in all our lives. We're all pretty blessed, and I'm blessed and thankful for both of you and everyone out there listening. So
can we do an over underrated? Because we do it on every one of them.
Yeah.
We have to do it. We have to do one. So I'm going to say it. Yeah. I mean, it's just because Cigars? It's New Year's Eve. No, that was not on there. No, that was not on there.
I feel like we had that one before, actually. Didn't we do Stogies?
Dude, they're, like, we've probably repeated these things so many times.
All right, I'm going to do one because we talked about it a little last night. An activity at the DAC. Over underrated, bowling.
Bowling's got to be overrated. Like it's probably overrated. Like I will enjoy bowling, but like I don't even know if I did it in 2025. And I never have like a craving or a hankering to go bowling. Now, don't get me wrong, I feel like bowling alleys and the bowling communities are important to the fabric of America, and they're a good thing to have, and I'm glad people enjoy it. I have no beef with bowling, but for me, probably overrated. I suck at it. I don't really do it. But I enjoy it, but I'm gonna say overrated. I'm gonna say it's overrated.
I'm gonna go opposite. I'm gonna go underrated. I go bowling, I'd say at least like 4 or 5 times a year, around that. I love bowling. It's a great time. Would I ever want to do a league and bowl every week? No, absolutely not. I like it as like a fun time to like go out, have some drinks. Amber's a bowler, so like we bond over that, and I love bowling. I think it's a great time. It's fucking, you got your action on. You get to great people watching at the bowling alley. It's you cheap beers, pizza, shitty bar food. Love it. Yeah, underrated bowling. Run it.
Lou, you almost took my transcript like verbatim. Greasy food, pitchers of beer, cigarettes, dirtiness. It's like, this is the bowling alley experience. And to your point, Lou, you're exactly right. A couple times a year. I did a league for 2 or 3 years, back about 5 years ago, 6 years ago now. Boys, we went from week 1 of NFL was our first week to Cinco de Mayo. It was a 33-week league that we did several years in a row. It was insane by the time we got to about February, March. So leagues, I'm not about that, but going bowling, 2, 3, 4 times a year, I mean, it's one of those things where, like you said, you just sit around. It's not like, you're bullshitting. They've always got TVs on. They always got some shitty-ass food that they're grilling up. You stink when you come out of there. It's like an experience. Gets you back to the people. What do you call them? What do you call those people, Lou? The people of the earth, or
salt of the earth?
Salt of the earth people are at bowling alleys. Bowling, underrated.
Yeah, you guys might have swung me the other way. I
like bowling.
The last thing I want to note here, and like I've been saying this for a few years, if the real listeners and the deep cutters know that this has been on my mind, like I still think one of the greatest conspiracies in all of the state of Michigan was when COVID hit and you couldn't do anything. For some reason, you could still go bowling. And I can't think of, honestly, like a worse activity than like for what COVID did and how it spread things than bowling. I don't know how that was allowed to happen, but like big bowling had a hand here in Michigan. There's greater powers that be in Michigan that allowed bowling during COVID.
Hey, too many registered bowlers. Number one.
That's right. Number one in the country. So this was during my league era of my life, was during COVID. And the move was, when you were at the table, you had to have your mask on, but when you went up to bowl, you could take your mask off.
Yeah, so you got.
And then we went back and forth a bit. So what I ended up doing, I just bought a ski mask, not an N95. I went in looking like I was in the town robbing a bank. Came in with a Carhartt ski mask. You could only see my eyes, just to be like a smart ass. Like, these rules are dumb, and this is how I'm showing up. And made some moves. I think I was one of the pioneers to get the masks off. So thank me.
The fucking
thank
weird.
you, Chandler.
Very weird. That was a weird time, man.
Thank me. Thanks.
We're bowling. We were bowling in ski masks, and kids were getting baptized via squirt gun. It was just a weird time. Everything was weird.
Nothing made sense.
No. All right, Lou. Why don't you hop in the fucking shower and scrub that ass? Let's fucking.
Can you
put
smell
a
me
wrap
through
on
the
episode.
camera or what, bro?
I can, dude. I can, and you're breathing so heavy. I just need you to catch your breath. He's like hitting. He's talking about like how hungover he is and like how the cigars beat him to death, and he's just ripping a vape while doing all of this. It's like incredible.
Hair of the dog,
like,
dude. You don't know that? How do you not know about Hair of the dog?
Oh, I know about it. It's just funny to fucking watch.
Uh,
All right, boys. Good shit. Episode 205. Thank you out there, everybody listening. I hope everyone has a happy new year. Good luck on all your bets. All the stuff. Let's go Red Wings. Let's go Pistons. You know, let's hope. And you know what? Fuck it. Lions, dude. Beat the Bears to end the year. It's always good to beat the Bears. Let's knock them out of the number 2 seed. Beat the fucking Bears. All right, boys.
hey, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, boys. Good to be back. Maybe next week.
Bring
I
on
don't know. Maybe
2026.
we'll do it next week. We'll see what happens.
See what happens.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
Not get greedy. All right, boys. See you.